is bluffing. I don't think China marches fake weaponry out during these marches. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But should California start panicking? Is this a real issue for California? They don't care about Fukushima. Would they care about World War III? I'm not too sure about that. These are the same people that elect Nancy Pelosi and Maxine Waters over and over again. But here you go again with China looking like they're cooperating with the United States. United States official with eye on North Korea, China puts bombers on high alert. So it's not just the United States that is considering aircraft in the area or that has aircraft in the area. China is also putting their bombers on high alert. These are serious war games going on. So what have we covered? United States war games, North Korean war games, Chinese war games. It just goes on and on and on. And the question that remains is, who is China going to side with? They've been very tolerant of the North Korean regime, the North Korean communist dictatorship for a long time. The United States has said, we're not going to be tolerant anymore, and they want to work with China to do something about it. Now, China already rejected a coal shipment from North Korea. This was right on the heels of President Xi and President Trump meeting. Now Beijing may cut oil to North Korea. This according to a Chinese export. So China turns the screw on North Korea to prevent another nuclear test. So China now not doing coal deals. Are they not going to be doing oil deals as well? Is this another sign, along with the aircraft that are on high alert, the coal and now the oil? Are these all signs that Trump's brinksmanship with Chinese President Xi has worked to his favor, and that now he can get them to work with him on North Korea? Yes, this is a story from Forbes. Is China really abandoning North Korea? Many people say it's China that has been the, how would you say it, country that has allowed North Korea to get to the point where it's at. China is right there. China is the superpower of that region. And North Korea has just been able to operate freely. Kim Jong-un, the dictatorship, maybe finally it looks like China is going to do something about it because Donald Trump said, I want to do something about it. And in order to make deals with you in the future, I'd like to make a deal right now with North Korea. And it appears as though that might be going on. But of course, folks, it is still early. More war games from China. China tests missiles on deadly new destroyer ship near North Korea as it warns it's getting troops battle ready. Well, that's right. China has already sent 100,000 troops to the border. I think that number was 100,000. China sends 100,000 troops to the border. China rejects North Korea's coal. China says we're not going to do oil deals with North Korea anymore. Now they're testing missiles on a destroyer ship that is near North Korea and has troops battle ready. Battle ready for what? To take down the North Korean dictator or to defend the North Korean dictator? I guess that's the question. But right now, I would say that signs point to China working with the United States to end the communist regime in North Korea. So again, more war games here from China as they're testing missiles and getting troops ready. Russia, and here comes Russia to enter the picture. Russia moves troops, helicopters, and armored vehicles to its border with North Korea as Putin braces for war. Footage allegedly shows a mass military mobilization about 11 miles from its border with North Korea. Now, they've been doing this on their border, which would be close to Alaska as well. But again, so now you've got China putting pressure on North Korea, and you also have Russia putting pressure on North Korea. Now, this is interesting considering right now I don't think the United States and Russia are getting along. Of course, this is according to Trump and Tillerson. But could they maybe find equal ground or common ground in the desire to remove the oppressive dictator Kim Jong-un from power in North Korea? So maybe Russia looks past Syria for now. Maybe there was brinksmanship in Syria. Maybe it was just a test for something more. But it does look like even Russia is getting involved into the war games with the United States, China, and North Korea. Now, taking things to another level, Russia claims it can wipe out entire U.S. Navy with a single electronic bomb in bizarre propaganda report. Russian news report claims the electronic signal jamming weapon can render planes, ships, and missiles useless. Of course, this is state-funded media out of Russia. You can choose whether to trust it or not. But they claim that with this new technology, they can just take down a plane, take out a ship, and any of the United States advanced weaponry that might be on those types of crafts, whether it be on the sea or in the air, would be rendered useless. Of course, it was a big problem at one time, our electric grid and the threat of an EMP strike, but that seems to have entered the back burner. But I wonder how much veracity they actually take this claim that Russia has an electronic bomb that can take out a United States Air Force, battalion or a Navy ship or anything like that. I wonder if they take that seriously, if that's Russia bluffing. I'm not sure. Here we go again, though. More out of Russia. Russian bombers again fly near Alaska for the second consecutive night. Russia flew 2 long-range bombers off the coast of Alaska, and they were within 36 miles of the mainland. And these were 2 nuclear-capable Tu-95 bombers, and they were spotted by U.S. military. So more war games coming out of Russia. And again, this is just all building up to World War III for me. I feel like they wouldn't be doing these war games to such a serious capacity if there wasn't a serious threat of war breaking out, or unless there are serious plans to either invade North Korea or to do something interventionist in the Middle East. I'm not sure what's going on, folks. I'm just trying to figure it all out, and we can see the war games being played in front of us, and all signs point to war when you see this stuff going on. It's impossible to sit here and try to report that with a straight face when it's such dire news to report, but that does appear what's going on. But what is the UN saying? The UN is saying it would be accidental, risk of accidental nuclear war growing, according to the UN. And they're trying to make this claim that basically because of all these nuclear arsenals, because of the threat of nuclear war, because everybody is sitting on their heels worried about it right now, that is what could lead to nuclear war, either a missed report via some cyber hack, or this, that, or the other thing, somebody being confused about maybe this was launched, maybe it wasn't, and then nuclear war gets launched accidentally, according to the UN. Apparently, everybody is so scared right now. That's why I'm calling it war chicken. It's war chicken that's going on right now. But, of course, Bill Gates, he's ready, folks. Bill Gates says terrorists could wipe out 30 million people by weaponizing a disease such as smallpox. Hold that picture right there. Yeah. Let me just ask, what kind of a terrorist, in fact, let's not even use the word terrorist, what human being, what individual would have the capacity to actually make or weaponize a disease? What kind of a tech genius or tech mogul or someone who has a technology in everybody's homes, who would have that capability? Who would have the capability to wipe out 30 million people with some hyper advanced weaponized disease? I don't know, Bill Gates. I have no idea, Bill Gates. Who would have that capability? We'll be right back.
Welcome, everybody. This is Wardo Rants. There's no way of verifying this at this point, but this is about painting U.S. planes in Russian colors. I would say that it's something that people better keep a good eye out for, because dirty tricks will continue, and anything to get this war going, that's what the bankers are set to do.
The stories on the internet recently about American opposing force aircraft, these were Marine F-18s being painted in Russian colors, and the potential of them being used for false flag attacks in Syria. ZT looked at that story a while ago. Ian Greenhalgh, one of our military editors, examined it. We weren't able to run the story. We couldn't find any verification that the F-18s had been used in the Middle East. On the other hand, we do have reason to believe that others have done the same thing. We believe that either Israeli F-15s or other planes being flown out of Turkey have attacked Syria and have done this in false flag attacks. We believe the likelihood of